What's up, everybody? We back with another video. Today, we're talking about 5 characters who need buffs and what I would do to buff them. Alright, we got Havoc G pulled up. So when it comes down to Havoc G, there's just one thing inside of his kit that doesn't make very much sense to me. Everything else is pretty good because if you look at my stats here, he doesn't really need a buff to his stats. His stats are actually decent for his position. You can see I got plus 79 mid-range over there. That's taking me up to 146, I believe. That's just a quick math inside of my head, man. Don't quote me on that, but it's looking like 146. But the thing I would change on Havoc G is definitely well, I wouldn't change it. Like, I wouldn't remove the ability because he actually needs this with his decent mid-range stat. But I would make this as good as Hoy's because Hoy's quick shot is getting 5% disturbance resistance and also 5% extra wide open accuracy. I don't understand why Hoy gets 5% at the level 2 and level 3 and Havoc G only gets 2% at the level 2 and the level 3. Y'all are probably saying, well, it's maybe because he's a starting character. But if you really think about it, around the time that most people playing this game unlocked Hoy, he was also a free character, so we can't really apply that logic to Havoc G. I don't really understand why he only has 2% disturbance resistance and 2% extra wide open accuracy. He should have more, man. That's just my humble opinion. He should definitely be just a little bit stronger. Being a starting character does not mean you have to be trash, right? So let's jump to the next character. All right, number 2, we got Mary on the screen. Y'all should have seen this one coming, man. She has a decent kit, but I would give her a total of 2 buffs. The very first buff that I would give her, I would make her enhanced 3-point similar to Fire King's because Fire King is getting 5% accuracy and 10% disturbance resistance, but Mary, she's only getting 2% extra accuracy and 5% disturbance resistance. That is not enough for someone like Mary, especially when you factor in the other ability that definitely needs a buff. We're looking at her Drift 3-point at level 4. It's only giving her 10% extra wide open accuracy. That's not enough, man. You look at someone like, what's her name, Nana. She's getting 15% wide open accuracy. Yes, bro, they both have to be wide open, but it's definitely easier for Nana to be wide open because she's much faster and her drift shot also has drifting speed. So the person that is guarding her, they have to be fast enough to keep up with that drifting speed as well as her movement speed. But Mary, she is not as fast and her drift 3-point has distance plus 10 at level 2 and level 3. Mary definitely needs a buff, man. I'm pretty sure she has one of the best 3-point stats in the entire game, but if she does not have the extra accuracy to boost that up even more, like someone like Fire King, because I know someone with like 150, 163 point on that, man, he's still getting 15% extra accuracy, whether he is contested or not, and then Maggie is getting 10% extra accuracy and 10% disturbance resistance, whether she is contested or not. So, Raccoon Digi, please, make this character good, man. I'm tired of seeing Susan. I'm tired of seeing Marcus. Tired of seeing Fire King and tired of seeing David. Those are literally the few shooting guards that you see people using inside this game. Mary needs a buff or they need a nerf. Either way it goes, I will be happy with what you do. All right, number 3, we got Friedman on the screen. What would I do to fix Friedman? It would definitely be a buff to his 3-point shot. He only has 60 at base up there. I'm not sure how much it gets from his cells, and I'm also not sure if I was putting the cell stats on the screen for characters around the time that I made the breakdown for Friedman, but his 3-point definitely needs a buff. If you don't just go directly into 3-point with all of your stats, then he's going to be just decent out there. You look at someone like Friedman, who was basically the Kobe of this game. He was literally built to play exactly like Kobe. He can dunk the ball. He can also slash. He can play in the mid-range area, and he can also shoot threes. But one thing that him and Kobe both have in common is that they can make a decent amount of shots, but they are definitely going to miss more than they make. That is an enormous issue inside of a game like this because, of course, Kobe inside the NBA missing all those shots with 4 quarters. I think it's like double-digit minutes apiece inside each quarter. But inside this game right here, missing all of those shots with only 3-minute matches, it does not help Raccoon Digi. So please, just give him a little bit of a buff to his 3-point shot. You could probably take his dunk down by just a little bit, just to buff that up and make sure you keep him balanced. All right, number 4, we're looking at White. What would I do to buff White? I would definitely increase his ability to shoot the ball. Now, I know he was basically created to be a passing-based character, using those flash passes to give alleys to his bigs and also to pass to wide-open teammates that your other teammate may not have seen when they pass you the ball. But his inability to shoot just mostly deters people from using this character. You look at the character that he's based off of inside the anime, Kuroko's Basketball. At some point inside the anime, he was able to shoot, and yes, that anime ended before this game was made. So I don't really understand why he's not at the very least 60 inside the mid-range area, because that phantom shot was OP, man. No one could stop it. So Raccoon Digi, get this man a buff to his mid-range shot, and also I really want you to fix the level 4 flash pass alley-oop. I don't understand why that hasn't been fixed yet. I'm going to complain about this every time I talk about White from this point forward. Please, Raccoon Digi, fix this ability. I love doing my alleys with the flash pass. I'm going to have to buy him on a completely different account and then get him to SS and then get his flash pass to level 3, because we have to choose between giving our teammates 15% extra accuracy or being able to give our big an alley-oop. If the ability says I can do both, Raccoon Digi, I should be able to do both. So please, fix this ability. I don't like having to choose between giving my shooters extra accuracy or giving my bigs alley-oops. All right, last, certainly not least, looking at May. What would I do to buff May? Her abilities are fine. I love her passing-based abilities. They definitely come in handy, but I would increase her close shot at least to 60, especially when you consider the fact that she's not getting any from her cells. May doesn't get any from her cells. Albert doesn't get any from his cells. And they are both layup characters. So Raccoon Digi, please stop creating these confusing kits on these characters. I don't understand why she has 54 close shot, getting 0 from her cells. And she also has a layup pass. It doesn't make sense, Raccoon Digi. It's basically you can just risk letting her get the layup off with 54 layup at base, because it's going to be more likely for her layups to pop out than someone like Kiang, Katiusha, or Big O. All right, man, so that's just about cover everything. Raccoon Digi, please buff these characters. They have been underdogs for way too long. I'm tired of seeing the same characters. You're either going to see a Camille, you're going to see a Marcus, you're going to see a Fire King, a Nana. There's just a few people inside each position that you see inside of every single match. I'm getting tired of it, Raccoon Digi. Please implement some balance changes into this game. You have literally only implemented one balance change as long as I've been playing this game, and I've been playing ever since it released in America. That is a long time, Raccoon Digi. And also, fix the white bug. Everyone wants that. Literally every white player that plays your game wants you to fix that bug. We shouldn't have to choose between giving our teammates 15% extra accuracy and giving our bigs alley-oops. That's it. Now catch you on the next one.